check that ass out for yourself. It's cord ready.
God, it's good to be here. I know that none of you want to hear roasts from me. I mean, I look like the tall try guy just let himself go. But like, this is a great opportunity for me. I mean, I'm here with my favorite band, Anna and the Virgins. Matt and I are actually the only people on this stage who have ever been personally paid for their comedy. I mean, the last time I was surrounded by this many wannabes, the Spice Girls gave me a cease and desist. Well, let's give it up for our lovely host, Anna. Anna is here. We also have her lovely boyfriend, Parker, here. And they've been dating for like 2 years-ish? Yeah. And actually, the only reason that Anna is dating Parker is that he is the only man she has ever met that she can beat up. Anna has a really unique style of clothing, and she's very proud of it. She would call it modern casual. I would call it minor Euphoria character. Who gets written out of the show and shot in the second episode. Anna recently dropped her clothing line, Ultra Mundane, which we've heard a couple people talk about. And ultra mundane as one word means existing outside the known world, the solar system, or the universe. And that describes the clothing designs. But ultra mundane as two words means overly lacking in interest or extremely dull. And that describes the designer. I actually brought fun facts about each of these people so that we can learn a little bit more about them. So some fun facts about Anna. Anna looks like she's dressing up as Ellen for Halloween. Anna once said in front of a crowd of strangers in Canada that her name was Faith. That one's not a joke, that's just a thing that happened. And Anna sounds like a slam poet who isn't sure of herself. Next up we have Ryan. Ryan Mooney is here. Now Ryan loves comic books. He loves comic books. He loves comic books so much, he has a tattoo of his favorite comic book characters on his arm. And I just think it's kind of ironic that he has such an upstanding love for comic books, but he'll never get booked as a stand-up comic. Ryan gets dressed every morning by covering himself in super glue and rolling around a curtain store. And I mean, the evidence is there. Ryan likes his clothes like he likes his romantic partners, at a cheap price and preferably used. But when worst comes to worst, Ryan is just a hard-working man who loves coming to improv to blow off some steam after a long day's work of proving homophobes right. Some fun facts about Ryan. He looks like if Cher were homeless. Ryan looks like both a rock star and a groupie, just as one person. And he dresses like the marketing manager of Weezer. Marshallziegler is here. Marshall has been in NDSU's concert choir for as long as I've met him. And after he graduates, he's going to be getting a job in the music field, which I think is a little bit odd, considering his complete lack of comedic timing. In that choir, Marshall sings bass, except when you get him to laugh, then he's a soprano. Marshall is my current roommate, and something cool about him is that he doesn't have a garbage can in his room. He just has a giant pile of trash right next to his bed. It really goes well with the giant pile of trash that sleeps on the bed. Bold of you to assume you had a personality to begin with. Some fun facts about Marshall. Marshall always looks like he just got out of jaw surgery. He dresses like the bully in a Hallmark movie. He's my evil twin. And he looks like the only human character in a Muppet movie. Parker Johnson is here. Someone else said that Parker did well as the Onceler, but I thought he was better in Flushed Away. We actually reached out to both of Parker's parents to be a part of this roast. We reached out to both Janine and Scott, First, because we wanted to have like a cool surprise for Parker, but second, and mostly, we wanted someone from the family that's actually like funny. Fun facts about Parker: he looks like if a used Q-tip had scoliosis. His type in women is funnier than him, and he has an undefined slope. Next up we have Jake Williams is here. And Jake is an avid Magic the Gathering player, all right? And he's really good at it. No shame here, he's better than I ever want to be. I think it's just a shame that you can't tap 3 green mana to have her tech back. Jake can't wait to get a girlfriend so that he can finally fulfill his dream of going up on a woman. Jake and Anna share an apartment, and even though only 2 people live in that apartment, Jake has, out of the people who live there, has the 3rd biggest balls, after Anna and her pet hamster Squiggles. Jake and Anna, during the peak of the pandemic, held a Facebook live show called Jake and Anna Advice Hour, for those of you who didn't know, which is everyone. Nobody watched that show. But I've always wondered why no one did. I mean, who wouldn't want to take advice from lesbian Owen Wilson and her ventriloquist dummy? Some fun facts about Jake. Jake is built like a 5th grade football team's secret weapon. He looks like if all the former presidents had a baby together. He will get carded in bars until the day he dies. Thank you. And Jake is shorter than Little Mac, who is his Super Smash Brothers main. He's also shorter than Big Mac, which is a McDonald's sandwich. And we have our first out of our special guests. We have Josh here. Josh's wonderful wife Rachel is also here. The fact that Josh is married should give hope to single people everywhere, because it proves that you don't have to be smart, you don't have to be funny. All you need is an extensive collection of polo shirts.
Take notes, take notes.
Josh is known for running the now defunct weekly improv show Tornado Shelter in the basement of Bab's Coffee Shop. Little known fact, the reason that it was called Tornado Shelter is because every time Josh gets on stage, it's a disaster. Fun facts about Josh: he played the bowling ball in The Big Lebowski. He dresses like a sitcom stepdad. And he's shaped like a catcher's mitt.
Those things are true.
And our second special guest of the night, we have Aiden. Aiden, if you promise to stop pretending to like improv comedy, we'll stop pretending that you're funny. But ladies and gentlemen, Aiden is an incredibly famous actor. He's honestly a really big get for TBD. It's crazy that Anna was able to get the rock that chased Indiana Jones to be in this. Looking at the dais we have tonight, which is totally a word that I knew before tonight, we have all the necessary pieces to build a circus tent. I mean, Parker is the center pole. There isn't a more tarp-like man than Aiden. And the rest of y'all are clowns, so. Aiden plays bass and sings in a band, but the only stage he can get invited to is to an improv club that he's never been a part of. Fun facts about Aiden. Aiden looks the way that Taco Bell ground beef smells. Aiden is built like a turtle sandbox. He is proof that 21 Pilots fans shouldn't have rights. And finally, to the man of the hour, Matt Smith. Matt, sweet summer child. There isn't a thought behind those eyes, is there? Just a ball of anxiety wrapped in bright green gym shorts. Matt is a proud member of NDSU's own Theta Kai. But the hazing process had to be a little bit different for him. I mean, look at him. That's not a man you can spank or force into blackout levels of drinking, so they had to update it for him. Matt's only requirement to get into Theta Kai was to insult someone once and not immediately apologize for it. And ladies and gentlemen, tonight he's finally going to pass that. Matt frequents frat parties at Theta Kai, which is somewhere that Matt really gets to show off his acting chops. You know, like he gets to the party and immediately needs to act like a real person and not a puppet. And there isn't a bigger fan of professional wrestling on the planet than Matt, which I think is very fitting. Because just like Matt, wrestling just isn't the same without a script. And my final fun facts of the night. Fun facts about Matt. Matt looks like if the phrase, "Where's my hug?" were a person. And Matt apologizes so much that the Catholic Church told him to live a little bit. In all serious note though, Matt, you're a pillar of this club, you're a pillar of this community, and I hope to be half the man that you are.